Hello and welcome back to another episode of the Strong Collectors Podcast. I'm your host Dakota, here with my co-host Jordan, and we've got maybe a leaks, rumors, update, possibly. Still nothing confirmed here, so don't come attacking us. You've all done a good job of that so far. Nobody's attacked us, but keep that trend going. We do have a possible update on what is going to be a part of the Marvel Knights wave. So that was the only leak that we had from Rectangular that didn't have the wave or what those characters were going to be within that wave. And now I think we might have it. So Jordan,
Yes.
what do we have in store for this wave here?
You want me to just do a rundown and then we'll go over them, or do you want to just go one by one and then discuss them?
Let's hit them one by one and we'll do like a quick
All right.
chat.
So the first one is the Luke Cage that was previously revealed, kind of the classic Heroes for Hire Power Man,
Right.
which has not been assigned anything. All we've really seen is they said coming sometime this year. So to me, that one checks out, and it makes sense that it would be part of a Marvel Knights wave. Give it some variety, kind of mix in, because we've got a lot of pretty much newer stuff, but this will be kind of like the retro component. So
Yeah.
I think that's smart to throw him in that wave.
I think so
makes
too.
sense.
Yeah. I mean, if that is the one, I think people are going to be a little disappointed it's not a 2-pack with Iron Fist, but I really wasn't expecting a 2-pack with Iron Fist because that would be too cool. So
I was going to say, then they'd have to be like, oh man, we can't charge only 60 for this. We got to charge 85.
Right.
So we got that. Another one would be Blade, which you and I have spoken before about the need for a new Blade because we haven't had one, right, since Man-Thing?
Yeah, Man-Thing is the only... I think he's the only
Hasbro?
Hasbro, yeah. And then one Toy Biz. Because I don't think...
And even Toy Biz didn't do like a comic book Blade. They did the movie Blade.
Right, yeah.
So I personally hope it's like a more classic-looking Blade.
Yeah.
Because it said version unknown on the leak we had, so... I don't know. I did read somewhere, I know that Blade does have like a daughter in the current comics or something. So I would hope it's not that personally, but...
Yeah. I mean, they don't usually do multiple females in the wave, right? Like usually there's only one girl in each wave and there's another girl coming.
Yeah, according to this, there should be 2 in this wave, though. So
oh, okay. So yeah, I would be surprised if there's 3. I just finished last night reading Midnight Suns, and that one as I was reading it, I was thinking that was what was leaked, and I was like, oh, it's totally going to be this team when they're all armored up in Tony Stark Doctor Strange's armor for this dimension thing. It's like those would be sweet action figures, but that's not going to be this wave. But I think eventually those would be cool.
Well, that's what the Iron Man is, isn't it?
No,
are you talking about Midnight?
No. I'm talking about Midnight Suns, like the comic. We can get into it right now. There's the Midnight Suns Iron Man leaked, but that's not.
Which Midnight Suns are you talking about? Which comics are you talking? Like 90s stuff? Or
No. This is pretty current. Like it just came out onto the Unlimited app. But
I thought you were meaning it's a tie-in to that game where they're like yellow and black suits and stuff.
No, I don't think so. Because this has like Magic and Blade, Wolverine, Nico, so kind of like that team. So
yeah, okay.
But anyway, yeah. Then the next one is cool. Iron Man from the video game, though.
I did not play that video game.
I didn't either,
so I'm not too familiar with it. But I kind of seems. I mean, is that like sense?
Is that a console game or is that a mobile game?
It's a good question.
I literally have no idea.
It seemed to me like one of those ones that should have been a big hit, but I didn't really hear about it if it was a console game. So part of me is like, but I hate when they do that, when they get really cool like promotionals and cinematics, and I'm like, dang, this looks sweet, and then it's like coming to iPhone next year. It's like,
yep.
I don't know. For me, I don't want to play games. I'm like a game like that on my iPhone.
Right.
Whatever. So that's a whole nother.
Because that's the same, like Conquest of Champions. Wasn't that just a mobile game too?
Yeah. And like I get it, but I don't know. I think they can put more into it. So you never have too many Iron Mans. We've said it here before.
Yeah.
If a wave doesn't, if you go like two waves without an Iron Man, something might be wrong at Hasbro.
And we haven't, because we got the Extremis armor and we got the Hero's Return, and now we got this one.
So, and we have the Avengers one, right? This year.
Oh yeah, true.
60th. So.
Yep.
Or 80th.
Yeah, Mach 1. And there's going to be an MCU one coming too in that wave. So.
There we go. So yeah, I mean, not for me necessarily, I don't think, but
right.
I guess it's cool if you really wanted that version. Then we have a Daredevil, and according to the leak, it says it will be either the Fist version to go with Elektra, or a more detailed kind of classic version. I could see them going either way. Well, I don't know. What do you think they would do? Because the Fist one, that's one who has the beard, right? And it's kind of like a hood mask.
It's going to be some
where
more...
he and Elektra kind of work together and goes with her costume, which would make sense that they just put out, right? With the like scarf thing. And
it would be really cool. I hope it's that one, kind of. Actually, I really wouldn't be disappointed either way. Like, I need a classic Daredevil, but like having the Elektra in that costume, and then if this was the Daredevil, it's just that would probably be more like tooling and stuff that makes it seem less likely. But and like that just seems like so back to back that like would Hasbro give you that?
Out the 3-pack one?
That's more what I would think, and just give it like a slightly different red.
The time to sell?
Nah, I wouldn't think so. Well, I don't know. He's going pretty high, isn't he?
I really like that Daredevil though.
Nah, keep him.
It's really good. No, I wouldn't sell him, but I could see it going either way, and I could see people being happy either way, because a lot of people seem to like that Elektra Daredevil character, so having one to go with that could be cool.
Yeah.
And then we have Lady Bullseye, which I'm not super familiar with the character.
I haven't read anything with her in it.
I'm trying to remember if she was used more in like the Bendis run when he was your favorite guy. Remember Bendis from the Avengers, who writes,
I don't mind it. He writes good stories. He just writes so much.
He writes like 500 pieces of 500 bubbles.
Yeah. I'm reading a Daredevil story right now on the app, but I don't think it's the one where she comes in, but I can't remember. So
I could be totally wrong. I don't even know. I don't remember if she was used, but I think he was in that era, maybe. So I don't know. I mean, if you want a Lady Bullseye, will it be the double jointed arms? Though?
Good question. I feel like she's kind of again, haven't read anything, but like just like the cover art that I've seen, she seems like kind of a larger, like maybe on the Spider-Woman body.
Yeah.
So I would think that. I don't think it's going to be one of those like small like Sue Storm like single jointed. I hope anyway. Yeah. If it's I'm tempted sort of to kind of like, you know, give my Daredevil and Elektra somebody to fight, but if it's single jointed, it's going to be a no for me.
It's a no from me. Yeah. Okay, so then we talked about Iron Man, and then the other one would be a Clea from the Sorcerer Supreme version. So I do know in the recent comics, Doctor Strange died.
Right.
And Clea took over, and it's like, you know, Doctor Strange is going to come back immediately, but whatever. So, I don't know. I mean, I think, have we had a Clea from Hasbro?
I don't think we've had a Clea ever.
That's what I'm. Yeah, that's kind of what I'm.
First ever.
Thinking.
I don't know anything about Clea, period, but I mean, she was just in this Midnight Suns I was just talking about. I wasn't, that storyline didn't really make me a huge fan of her, but I figured, like, as soon as I saw her in there, I was like, oh, yep, we're gonna get a Doctor Strange version of Clea, or Sorcerer Supreme version, whatever. So I think some people are going to be, if you've got like a Mystic shelf or something, like she's going to fit.
People are always excited to get cool female figures that are, you know.
I hope she comes with some sort of spell effect that's not just the
You don't want the one you just poured onto the hand that dangles
Scarlet
or
Witch
wraps
or
around.
Yeah. No.
You don't want those sweet effects, dude.
I'm sure that's what she's going to come with, but at least paint them something like the Dazzler ones. I think are the best because there's like multicolor kind of explosion looking. It's cool.
Mm-hmm.
If they're just going to give you like a yellow circle sparkle thing,
if they give you too much, it'll be a deluxe though. So be careful.
That's true.
No, I'm just kidding. I don't know. Clea, I think would be cool because then maybe they do like a classic Clea in like the purple and black that people probably would want, and that would look good with the Walmart Doctor Strange. So
yeah, for sure,
that'd be cool. And the next one is going to be the Fist, which I do know a little bit about because I remember reading. I think it was in the Shadowland storyline. Did you read that?
I did, but I don't remember the Fist.
It's kind of where Daredevil like takes over the hand and he builds this like fortress in New York, and it's he kind of is like going dark, and then you find out he's being possessed by this evil entity, and then somehow I think the Fist is part of that, and he fights it when he's in his like black and red. You know that one with it's all black. So, I mean, it's a bad guy we haven't gotten yet, so could be. And
he's just kind of like ninja-y, right?
Yeah, I think he's kind of ninja monster hybrid looking. Okay. I don't think he was even around that long, though. So maybe people will be. I've never heard anyone ask for this character, but
I haven't either.
I guess if they're going with like recent Daredevil stuff.
Yeah.
Recently in 2015. And then finally we have an unknown Build-A-Figure.
So who do you think the Build-A-Figure is, Jordan?
Well, I think from that storyline, there's this thing called like the Beast, where it's like Daredevil like morphs kind of into this creature thing. I'm trying to think though, like.
I mean, a lot of people
this
thought
all leans into kind of more mystical street level, so I'm trying to think of who would fit that.
Well, I mean, a lot of people were thinking that the Doctor Strange movie wave was going to have whatever that eyeball monster is.
Oh.
Shumagorath?
Well, they can't call him that anymore. I think they legally lost the rights to call him. They call them like something else.
Oh.
But, yeah.
I feel like people have been wanting that for a while. Again, I don't know why. I have zero interest in that, but it would at least be something unique.
Yeah. I would like it. You know me, I'm a sucker for the squid monsters.
Right.
So, I don't know. I mean, overall, if this is all true, or even remotely true, or like these are the characters, even if they're not the exact versions we think, seems pretty solid. I think it'd be a solid wave.
Yeah, I'm pretty happy with it. I mean, I'm probably going to for sure be picking up Daredevil because either version of those, like as long as it's not some like crazy offshoot,
right?
If it's classic or something to match the Daredevil Elektra, I'll be happy with that. I'll have to look up a picture of the Fist, but I don't know. We'll see. Maybe, like I said, I'm kind of on the fence about a Bullseye. It'll depend on what body they use.
I mean, if it's a new Man Thing, I'm all in.
Yeah, true. I would be surprised though. I feel like it's not going to be that.
I know, dude. I know, but I want it to be.
Yeah, I'll be a hard pass on Clea.
That's what I would like to hear in the comments. Is what do you think? If this is truly a wave, what should or could the Build-A-Figure be? Because I'm curious what people. I'm trying to think of other ones that are at that intersection of like street level mystic. That would be. I don't know.
Yeah, I mean, it could be somebody like totally out there. True. Like they've done Armadillo and Puff Adder. Even not that those don't make sense, but it's just kind of those like obscure characters that you don't think of right off the top of your head. Like it's kind of a D level character that can fit in somehow. So. Yeah, I am interested. Let us know in the comments what you think. Who is the Build-A-Figure going to be? And what are you most excited about if this is true? Which I think,
and
I don't know.
Don't get mad at us if this is not true.
Right. I feel like most of the things that get posted as like official-ish leaks like this, I don't know who posted this either, so sorry you don't get credit, but Rectangular said it first.
Floating around the internet.
Yeah.
Source, trust me, bro.
Yep. So that's it for this leaks update. Like we said, help us figure out what's going to be the Build-A-Figure for this wave. What are your thoughts? What could it be? We're both kind of grasping at straws here. So make sure that you're liking, sharing, and subscribing. We'll be doing, this is going to come out before we do the giveaway from 600, but we've just passed over 700, so it's time for another giveaway too. So stay tuned for updates on what that giveaway will be. So until next time, stay strong.